Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it, and you'll be a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see my email address. You guys want to send me some ideas about any stories you'd like for me to do, or you just want to drop me a line and tell me something, by all means, you can stop by and speak your piece. But guys, lately on my channel, I've been talking a lot about the brutality that's going on in Memphis and other places around America. And it's mainly about police in the street. But what happens when this happens in prison? What steps can you take? How can you defend yourself against something like I'm about to show you in this next video? I'll go over that and more, but let's go into this video. Check it out.
The administrator of the Ross County Jail is out of a job and under investigation tonight after a use of force incident involving an inmate. Now, it happened just before 12:30 on February 9th at the Ross County Correctional Institution. According to the incident report, jail administrator William White was supervising the movement of inmates from one part of the jail to another when an argument with inmate Ronnie Pettiford started. A lieutenant who witnessed the incident says he saw White swing Pettiford into the wall, kick him twice, knee him in the ribs, and punch him while his head was against the floor. Pettiford was taken to the hospital with injuries to his ribs. The sheriff's office says White was swiftly fired. The investigation has been turned over to the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Ohio jail administrator in Ross County, Major William White, was fired after doing some unspeakable carnage on an inmate in one of the jails out there that he was transporting from, I guess, one place to another, or one cell from another, one part of the jail for another. For some reason, he decided that he wanted to do this. Check this out.
ABC4 update. The Ross County Sheriff's Office released video of the incident involving excessive force between a jail administrator and an inmate from February 9th. Now, according to the report, jail administrator William White was supervising moving inmates from one part of the jail to another when an argument started. The inmate, Ronnie Pettiford Jr., was moving his belongings with White and another employee following him. And that's when Pettiford and White are seen engaged in a restraint. According to the report, the inmate was taken to the hospital with injuries to his ribs. The sheriff's office says White was later fired. BCI now handling the investigation.
And that's the video. You guys seen it. Major White got pissed off at something the inmate said, whatever comment the inmate made, and he viciously slammed his head against the wall, hospitalized the man. I'm going to tell you guys something. The easiest way to avoid that type of outcome is not to go to jail. And I know it sounds a little cliched, but jail is not a good place. In fact, anybody that's locked up can vouch for this. What I'm about to say, jail is more deadly than prison, because these prison guards do not care. It's a lot of high tension. They not there. They only there to get a paycheck. They're not going to defend you from nothing. And jail has its own rules. It's like being in another country, and the rules are totally different. I've seen it. I've been there. In my time of being incarcerated, and with the tensions running high, a lot of people, inmates, talk crazy to guards sometimes, thinking that the guards won't do nothing to them, or they get complacent. And that's one of the most dangerous things a human being can do, is be complacent in a place where you're not supposed to be. And where I say complacent, I've been in jail and I've seen people that look like they was happy to be there, or walk around with slippers on and coffee in the morning and try to do their normal routine with the newspaper and all of this stuff. That's complacency. One thing about me, when I was there, I was never complacent. I was always up and alert, because you can die at any second. Threat is inches away from you. You don't know who likes you, who don't like you, who's faking that they like you, and all other kind of stuff. But getting back to this, like I said, tensions run high with inmates, and tensions run high with guards. Guards don't like you. Seeing the story, yeah, it's messed up what the guy did to the inmate. But a lot of times, it's a backstory with that, which I don't want to touch, but I want you to pay attention. Especially young people that watch me, you pay attention. Did you see where he attacked him at? In that stairwell. Nobody was there. And then he pushed him in that dark spot and he gave him the business. Now, there are other videos out there with the audio, but I don't want to play them because of YouTube. But whatever the inmate said that pissed the guard off or pissed off the major, when he attacked him, by the time he got done with the guy on the ground after he hurt him, the guy was, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It doesn't pay off. Sometimes the easiest way to avoid conflict is to keep your mouth closed. Now, am I taking the police side of that? Hell no, I ain't taking the police side of that. They should have never hit him. The man was moving forward. Don't matter. You know, he's the one locked up. You go home at night. You could have just dealt with that. You know, you have the advantage. He's cuffed. He can't do anything. And I think it's a coward move that how he attacked him. And that's one of the reasons why his ass got fired. But he shouldn't have got fired. His dumb ass should be sitting up in that jail or an adjacent jail right next to it, contemplating and being in the same position that man he fucked up. And that's one of the things. Firing people sometimes is not enough. And a lot of people don't, you know, think about that. A lot of people, oh, he should lose his job. Why? So he can go get another one? That boy can't, you know, though he's hospitalized, though he's done, you know, he'll be done healing. He'll always have that in his conscience. And his body has showed the scars, whether they're internally or externally, of what somebody did to him that got fired and can start their life over anew when his journey's just beginning, because he's in jail, probably on his way to prison. And that's one of them things, man. Guys, but listen, like I said, jail is not a good place. Not a place for any of us, especially black folk, and we the ones that majority in there. Start understanding that a lot of the stuff that we do and a lot of stuff that's inserted in our culture conditions us to go there. Like I call jail a plantation. You know what I'm saying? And you do not want to go to the plantation. It's not a good place for you. Not a good place for us as a people. Not a good place for anybody, for that matter. But for some reason, in our culture, you go to jail, it's like you're cool. That's what men do. And it seems a lot of like young men out here without fathers and stuff that seek leadership other places, whether it's gangs or, you know, people in the street that's older than them that drive them to get into crime and negative behavior. It's always something with us. And we got to break this cycle, because you ever notice every generation after our generation gets worse and worse. And it seems like we're the only race in America that's affected. We know the problem. Start focusing on that. Instead of focusing on what you think somebody did to us wrong and how we going to fight it. There's a lot of things out here a lot of people can be complaining about. And it's a lot of narratives we can be pushing for us as people to avoid. And this is one of them. Going to jail is not normal. Self-destruction is not a key function of us as people. But we're tricked that it is. I'm Stock Market Steve. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. You guys take care. Think about what I said. Give me a thumbs up. Get this message out. Take care. Stay out of jail.